we'll just see how this goes. I'm just recording a quick video because why not? So I don't really understand why people feel the need to just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like force their views on other people. Like, okay, motherfucker. For one, like we can have differing views and we don't have to like just argue with each other. You don't have to be wrong, I don't have to be right, yada yada yada. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, we're just two people on this earth. Neither of us are inherently right. Neither of us are inherently wrong. It comes to a matter of subjective versus objective. In this world that we live in, there are objective truths. However, my perception of reality usually dictates what I view as objective truth and subjective truth. So if I disagree with you, I'm like, oh, well, that's just your truth. It's like, but how can that be your truth, not my truth, if what is objectively true is objectively true? So our ego convolutes the objective truth. Our ego is the main like enemy of objective truth. So unless we can have a civil conversation, and unless we can both set our egos aside, I'm really not going to entertain it too much. Like I'm all for a conversation. I'm all for dialogue. Like if we have an intellectual conversation, I'm just like, hey, X, Y, Z, and you're like X, Y, Z, and then we're just kind of going back and forth. Great. If it ends up turning into an echo chamber, I'm a little against it. Because, like, I mean, not 100% against it. Like, again, it goes back to the ego. Like, I love hearing stuff that I already believe. I love hearing stuff that I, like, already think. We all do. It's just ego. But I would much rather hear an opposing view and hear someone be brave enough to just be like, hey, like, I don't really agree with that because of this reason. And, like, for example, like the big old taboo topic, religion. Like, we all have our own religious beliefs, and even if we're Christian, there's so many different denominations. Like, no matter what you believe, your views are going to be slightly different from another person's opinions or take on the same religion. Like, I highly doubt everyone 100% agrees with what another person says, even if they're part of the same congregation, even if they choose the same denomination, whatever. And I personally am anti-religion. Not to say that I'm anti-God, but I'm just merely anti-religion. Like, I look at religion as it was a tool to move us out of, like, the archaic ages. However, like, after moving us out of that, like, you know, Stone Age environment where, and I'll admit, I'm ignorant in certain topics, but moving us out of that Stone Age, like, you know, man kills Sabretooth provides food make me happy, me kill you, you took Sabretooth from me. And, like, you know, laws were written, and I won't pretend to know anything other than the Bible. So, like, I will relate to Cain and Abel. Like, the Bible was basically a tool to move us from Old Testament into, like, current age, whether or not you believe in the Bible right now or not. Like, the moral lessons from biblical passages still stands to a certain point, and it's just another tool. However, on that same foot, same body, different foot, I don't know, on that same point, I guess, I mean, religion is merely just a tool for manipulation and control. Not 100%, I'm not blanket statementing anything, and I'm not trying to take away from anyone that relies on religion to like validate their own identity. Like, that's cool. If that's what you identify with, that's what you identify with. It's not a personal attack against you. I mean, and then that's a little convoluted in itself. Because if your identity is wrapped up in a religion, and someone is against that religion, then I guess it is an attack on your identity. So I apologize for that. I would encourage you to find a more original identity, not separate from your belief system, but separate from religion. If that makes sense. Like, I mean, I understand religion is a belief system, but something more original. Like, you can believe in Jesus Christ, and you can believe that you're the Son of God, but you don't have to be like, I'm Rocky. I am a member of this church, and this church is what I call home. You could go a little deeper and be like, well, like, like in Acts, a group of, like, I don't know. I haven't read the Bible in so long, but essentially, like a group of people is a church. Like, you can get together with 3 or 4 people and it's a church. But then, like, I mean, the Latin and Hebrew, you can get into all of that. And you talk about nations, and it calls it water, and you can talk about people, and none of that shit really matters. Semantics is semantics at the end of the day. My whole point, besides kind of going off on a little side rant, because I'll fully admit, like, I have biases. I'm not going to pretend that, like, me being anti-religion is not because of my upbringing. It's not because I was brought up, like, strictly Christian, and then I'm not going to pretend I didn't see the hypocrisy of people. Not like Christians, like, well, I mean, they are Christians, but, you know, like, the hypocrisy of people versus the religion being taught. Or the fact that organizations, like, just sap all the money from people while promising them blessings. So then, like, and then, like, the teachings of, like, the, I don't know, like, the lady that gave, like, her last copper versus, like, the rich whatever guy that gave, like, 1 shilling or something. And he technically gave, like, 10 times as much money, but since he was so wealthy, like, the poor woman gave more than he did. So, essentially, like, manipulating people into, like, pretty much giving all they have in order to secure God's blessings. And, I don't think it's too wild of a statement or a belief to just be like, hey, like, question stuff. You don't have to believe everything. Like, your pastor, yeah. He's a guy. He's a human. Or she's a human. She's a guy. Okay, yeah. You get what I mean. They're people. They can be wrong. I mean, it's a human condition. We're all wrong. I mean, yeah, no, pretty much. That's a pretty solid standpoint. I'll kind of wrap this up with, like, kind of just a mental image. Like, imagine you're just. If I wasn't driving, I could just draw this out. I could actually just draw it out right now. You have a room or a box or, you know, whatever. You have your knowns, your known unknowns, and your unknown unknowns. So I'll just draw a box real quick. Knowns. We're not moving yet. Known unknowns. And then the rest of it. And I'm about to get driving, so there. You have your knowns, your known unknowns, and your unknown unknowns. And, like, we don't have to fall into this trap of just being like, well, like, I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. And, like, anything in the unknowns is just God. But, like, or whatever is taught to us, because I don't know, it's just like half the time in growing up, I was always told, hey, just pray about it, just pray about it, just pray about it, Rocky. you know what, like, trust God. Trust God. Believe God has the best intentions for you. No one ever told me, hey, trust in God, but hey, guess what? Also, go out there and do stuff. Go make active changes for your life. Go do something that will remove you out of the situation. And trust God. Like, I mean, both can be true. That's all I mean. Like, I'm not trying to tear down anyone's foundation. I'm just trying to broaden that horizon a little bit, because a half truth is still a lie, and I'm not pretending to know shit. Like, I know nothing, and that's where the known unknowns and known unknowns come in, which is a little confusing. But it's like, hey, like, you know what you know, and you know what you don't know, and then there's your unknown unknowns. It's just this vast shit you don't know. And as your box of knowledge grows, you realize that there's more unknowns. So you start to know about more unknowns. But like, the more knowledge you obtain, the more you realize you just don't know shit. Like, the more wisdom you just obtain throughout life, the more you're like, huh, like, I really don't know shit. And then at that point, should you not take a step back and check yourself and be like, hey, like, why do I believe my beliefs so strongly? Like, even myself, I'm like, why do I believe what I believe so strongly? And that's why I brought up my bias. Like, I know why I believe the way I believe. I know why I have a problem with organized religion. And I question it. And I have forced myself out of my comfort zone. I go to church. I go to different churches. I do stuff that puts me in an uncomfortable position. I haven't done it in a while, I'll admit that. But also, it's just, it is what it is. Like, we know thyself. I don't actually think that's biblical. Maybe it is. I don't know. But, like, know who you are. Like, know your faults, know your weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with checking your own ego. And that's pretty much it. Just check yourself before you wreck yourself. And stop acting like internet warriors. Because for one, I will invite anyone to get into a boxing ring with me. Anyone. It's been like my slogan for the longest time. Anytime I have any type of issue, I'm just like, hey, like, you know what? Like, I don't really want to solve this with violence. Like, yeah, we could do a street fight, but, like, that doesn't seem like a good use of my time or a good use of your time. I don't want to get in trouble with the law. Like, just, I mean, I would much rather play a game of chess with a person to settle debates. But I've yet to have anyone take me up on that. So, yeah, no, just basically, I'm ending this here.